Hey you guys, thanks for tuning on in to today's video. This is the last video in my top 5 bottom 5 series, so thank you for hanging out with me this week. I super appreciate it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed these videos. For this one, I decided to go out with a bang, talk about some of my favorite palettes, some palettes that didn't work out so great, some that were kind of disappointing, all that good stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Please let me know in the comments what your thoughts were on this series. I will link the playlist for the entire series so you guys can see it, conveniently located at the top of the screen. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So I decided to wear a white shirt today. So it's messing with the exposure, so I've had to kind of darken the video a little bit. So hopefully that's not off-putting in any way, but I will link the makeup I have on because I look really good on camera. Like, oh, wait a minute, I didn't even have high expectations for the little cocktail of stuff I came up with, but in case you guys want to know, it'll all be linked to my Instagram. You can see all the details and all that stuff there. So today we're talking about palettes. This was the hardest video for me to film because I realized my approach to makeup is kind of two-pronged. I have the avid collector standpoint where I love collecting limited edition makeup, but I also have the like usability, enjoyment standpoint. I'm not an artist, I don't freelance, I don't do makeup on other people. It's really just me kind of playing around on myself. So from that perspective, I don't actually use a lot of the makeup that I own, and looking at my collection, trying to figure out what I wanted to share with you guys. But from the collector standpoint, I do have a nice collection of things that I have gathered throughout the years. So this is a good reminder to actually start playing in my makeup more, but it's hard. Like, I work in a conservative environment. I don't really wear crazy looks on my channel. I don't do a lot of eye look tutorials. My videos don't get a lot of views, so it's a lot of time, honestly, to put in for content that's just not what you guys seem to be interested in, which is no problem at all. But the only other time I do things that are creative are nightly looks, which don't happen every night because I'm really busy working on video. So it was a good reminder for me to try to use my makeup a little bit more than I do now. So for my favorite palettes, this is going to be a mix of things that I go to every day, products that I genuinely enjoy, things that I would highly recommend. In my misses category, my bottom 5, this is more of either like it's a poor product or it was just disappointing or it's something that I don't really reach for and it's kind of getting on my nerves how little I reach for it, but I'm not super drawn to it, so it just sits there type of thing. So it's a mix. This one was kind of overwhelming because I do have a lot of palettes and I'm like, oh, I don't know what to talk about. So as always with each of my videos, if something works for me or I like something and it doesn't work for you, like, it's okay, you guys, please don't take offense. So far it hasn't happened. The issue, though, is that these videos will live on forever, so I just want to put this disclaimer in kind of outside of this week in case someone comes back after a significant period of time and looks at these videos. So this week has gone smoothly. Thank you guys for interacting with me in the comments. I've also got a few new subscribers, so hey, thanks for checking out my channel. I appreciate it, as well as the continued support from those of you who have seen a few of my videos. So no one's got offended so far. Let's keep it up with these last few that I'm uploading over the next few days, but just in any case, it's always good to put it out there. So the first palette I have is one that I go to a lot, so I feel like I want to mention it, but this palette wasn't what I expected it to be. So this is the Balm Meet Matte Nude. Try and show you guys as best as I can. I think, so I've been wanting one of these matte palettes by the Balm for a while, and I think I picked up the wrong one, which is why it's not what I thought it would be, but it's not really, I'm still including it in my top category because I use it all the time. Like, I can't fault the product because I thought it was something else from like a color standpoint, because there is a really popular one that people like to use, but I don't remember the shades like being like this cool. I'll have to find the other palette. I think I did pick up the wrong one. This was in Nordstrom's rack, so I use a lot of these for transition shades, especially this brown. I use it all the time. If you're looking for something that kind of has this shade range with some nice deep browns in it, you might want to consider picking this up, especially because they're at Nordstrom Rack, or they were. And they still are, so it's a little bit more accessible than ordering it from the brand site. So that's palette number 1. These picks are going to seem really weird. I'm trying not to pick the most like popular stuff because then that's like why even make the video, because everyone's talking about it. But this is by the Tarte. This is the Rainforrest of the Sea eyeshadow palette. I'll show you guys real quick. Trying not to get stuff on my white shirt. It's going good so far. So this is, you can see I've used this quite a bit. This is kind of a weird palette from like an enjoyment standpoint. I love this palette. From a usability standpoint, the shadows are really gummy, so they're not the easiest to work with, but I do love this palette quite a bit. And for a conservative environment, you get some nice kind of shimmery shades that are not super vibrant, like super crazy noticeable and glittery. So I will use this if I've got like an interview or I'm going to a conference or something where it needs to be more of a professional event and I still want to wear eyeshadow. I will look to this to do my makeup with. Next, this one's kind of popular. This is the Naked Heat palette by Urban Decay. I mean, gorgeous palette. I'm finding as I'm using it pretty frequently, or at least a lot more, it doesn't quite meet all of my needs from a kind of warm brown standpoint. I wish this shade was a little bit different, like something of more like a richer chocolatey or brown, but you can do full looks with this. The formula is amazing. I honestly don't like any of the other Urban Decay palettes. I had to be convinced to buy this one, and it is worth the money. This is my go-to for kind of bright, vibrant colors. I do want to expand in this area, and brands that I want to try would be like Suva, Inglot, Sugar Pill. I think I might be missing one. Yeah, I want to get more into indie brands, but I recognize when I'm trying to do certain looks that I'm lacking kind of bright pigmented colors. But for now, for a Sephora pick, this is a good one. They have a good formula, very richly pigmented. Love it. Next, for kind of my limited edition option here, this is Pastel Goth by Kat Von D. I picked this one because it's one of the more recent limited edition launches. I have some other ones that are just kind of old at this point. They're not worth mentioning to me. I also like this one because I think Sigma Beauty is coming out with, I feel like, could be some dupable shades in one of their latest palettes. So I'm definitely going to try and pick that up. I haven't tried that brand yet. But these are just really pretty on the eye. And I think for what she was trying to do, these are very highly pigmented shadows. And I do try to incorporate them in looks that I do at night now. So it is unfortunately not going to be restocked. It's been out of stock for a while, but I do like this one. I really like pastel shades, and I think she did a good job. So those were my top picks. Tried not to pick the most popular stuff out on the market. Gonna try and do the same thing with some of my bottom ones. We're gonna go ahead and start with the limited edition palette. This is the Urban Decay Basquiat collection. I picked up, which one is this? I don't know. I'll just show you the colors. So packaging is beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Not happy with the pigmentation of the shadows, and that's why I feel kind of let down by this one. From a collector standpoint, I was like, I have to get my hands on something from this collection. They did a kick-ass job with the packaging. It's durable. It can be hung up like a little piece of artwork. They really took their time, but I feel like they fell short with the actual pigmentation of the product. Did not go so smoothly. So this is my pick for that. This is kind of a letdown product. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach. I said in another video I wasn't even going to pick up the new collection that they've got going on, but this is what this one looks like. I don't reach for it. It smells really good. There are some nice kind of warm brown shades in here. For right now, it's kind of a miss for me. I am going to spend more time playing with this palette, but it never quite does what I want it to do when I pick it up. So, it's all right. Smells good. Smell is overwhelming. Next on my list, this is the Urban Decay Naked Smokey. I have another one too that I'm currently trying to get rid of. I just don't reach for this. So, how should I put this? It's an okay palette. I like it more than the Naked 3, which I'm actually trying to sell right now or get rid of. I started to use, so I made the decision that I wasn't going to sell this one, that I was going to try and work with it more. So it's still on my kind of misses list because I neglected this palette for the better half of a year. I've had it for a while, and only now am I like, okay, let's try and reach into the palette. Let's try and use some of the shadows. It's kind of a miss for me. It is nice that you do have these smoky shades curated in one palette. So a reasonable dupe would be the Rimmel Magnif'eyes. Yeah, Magnif'eyes shadow. Like, almost spot on dupe. So if you want the smoky shades, maybe look at this one. It's like less than $6. The pigmentation's not bad either, so can't go wrong with that. And then lastly, I don't know why I did this to myself. This palette's horrible. This is the Urban Decay Electric palette. Again, this one also is limited edition. I bought it from someone off of Poshmark, and I don't know if it was just too far removed from when this product was launched. It does have at least a 2-year lifespan on it, so I can't imagine it's bad or anything. But I was so excited about this palette, but most of the shades were chalky and horrible that I was just like really let down. I didn't even pay the full amount for it, but what I spent wasn't even worth it. I might try it with the Smashbox Photo 24-hour photo finish primer, but it just like hurt my heart that I had made up my mind to get it, found a seller I trusted, tried it, and was like, this is horrible. This is absolute garbage. So I'm hoping it works better with the primer. I don't want to give up hope, but for right now, Urban Decay shadows are kind of hit or miss for me. I do want to purchase more products from them, but kind of similar to Kat Von D, like unless it's a limited edition palette, I kind of stay away from the brand, or unless it's something that like the girls in Sephora are like, girl, get your life, get your edges, get your credit score, you like get everything together. You need to buy this. I typically stay away from this brand. Like the Urban Decay, the Naked Heat palette was strongly recommended to me to the point where I could not say no. The other 3 Urban Decay palettes I have were not in that same vein. So, that's I don't want to rant about that. You love Urban Decay? Cool. It's just not the brand for me. So, that brings us to the end, folks. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If any of these made your list, comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Any tips or tricks or techniques are always helpful. I want you guys to feel like you have a space to chat with each other, interact, create a sense of community in the comments. So feel free to post any questions. I try to get back in a timely manner. If I don't, holla at me, let me know. I appreciate when you guys take the time to watch my video and ask me about something or check me on something. It's all good. It helps me grow as a YouTuber, and the knowledge sharing is also really helpful because we learn from each other. So thank you guys for those of you who have watched any one of my videos, especially in this week's series. I appreciate it. The support does not go unnoticed. If you are one of my new subs, hey, I'm Ansley. This is my channel. Welcome. Grab some snacks. I post quite a bit throughout the week, so if there is a product or something that you're interested in, let me know. I did some shopping at Sephora today, so I will have some more videos uploaded. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. Let me know what you thought about this series. If you enjoyed the video, give it a big thumbs up. Right now, about 70% of the folks that watch my videos are not subscribed, so no big deal. But if you have seen a few of my videos, consider subscribing, as well as hitting the notification bell if you like seeing what I post when I post it. YouTube will let you know. So, alright guys, I've got to go edit all this stuff so I can get it uploaded quickly. Check back for the product information. When I upload multiple videos, I try to just get the uploading part done first. So if it's not immediately available, I do make a note of when you can expect to see the information for all the products. So, alright guys, take care. Have a great rest of the day. I'm sure I will see you guys later. And until then, bye.